All right, everybody, good afternoon to you. I'm forecaster Nick Dunn. We have just passed the 12 o'clock hour here with you. And I just wanted to come live for a little bit to give you an update on what we are seeing with this afternoon risk of severe thunderstorms that is set to begin here in just a few hours. Just wanted to kind of come on and get you up to date on what we're seeing out here this afternoon. We have a lot of sunshine out there across the region today, and that is going to be helping to fuel these showers and thunderstorms that we are anticipating to start developing here in just the next couple of hours across southeast Indiana and into southwestern Ohio. So I'll give everybody just a couple of seconds to hop on. This risk I do want to just kind of put out here, and again, I know some folks kind of come and go. I would encourage you to try to stick around for as much of the video as you can, if not the entire video, if at all possible. Again, it's winter time. We have temperatures in the 40s and 50s this afternoon right now, and you may not be thinking severe weather. You may not be thinking thunderstorms. Some of you across some of our far eastern counties down into the middle Ohio Valley, you still have cloud cover. So again, you may not be thinking thunderstorms and severe weather, but I want you to be prepared for that risk as we head through the rest of the afternoon. So right now outside, here in Columbus where I'm at, a lot of sunshine. Sunshine also in pretty full force across most of the Miami Valley, down into southwestern Ohio, starting to peak up into north central Ohio as well. I'll put this into motion for you so you can kind of see how the last hour or so has prevailed for us. We're also starting to see some clearing across the mid-Ohio Valley, especially towards that I-77 corridor. So the rain continues to pull away from the region that we had overnight into this morning, and temperatures are warming very nicely into the 50s. And believe it or not, on a day like today, that is sufficient energy for thunderstorms, and that is because we have an area of low pressure that is back to our west across Illinois. You can see the spin on the radar. This is ejecting off towards the east here pretty quickly, and we're going to see this move through, and we're going to see some thunderstorms developing between about now and 2 p.m. across southeast Indiana. And I think that initiation could be adjusted an hour later or an hour earlier, depending on how the overall environment continues to act. Again, outside right now, you may think it's relatively nice. It feels kind of like spring out there, but we're going to kind of get back to a wintry feel later on tonight into Friday. So that's the way things are currently looking right now. Again, it's a fairly nice afternoon. You may not, again, be thinking, in regards to severe weather being possible, but just be on the lookout for that. So we're going to stop the radar. I do want to show you the latest from the Storm Prediction Center because some things have changed again as we continue to kind of keep an eye on things here for you. So we're going to zoom it in a little bit for you, and let's turn on the Storm Prediction Center outlooks for this afternoon because the enhanced risk, or this area in orange, this level 3 of 5 risk has been expanded now to include more of the Mid-Ohio Valley. So Zanesville, New Lexington, and Logan, if you're watching us over on the Mid-Ohio Valley Weather Update page, down into Ross County, Chillicothe, Hillsborough, and then kind of curving back around to about the Ohio-Indiana state line, including Dayton, up to Wapakoneta, Marion, Columbus, Delaware, Mansfield, and Mount Vernon. That's our bullseye. That's our level 3 of 5 risk of seeing severe thunderstorms today, and that means that there is an increasing likelihood that severe weather will occur. It's still not a 100% guarantee in any one given location, but the odds are looking better that we're going to see some severe weather this afternoon. The area in yellow, that is a level 2 of 5 risk, and that includes pretty much about where it did this morning. It does include more of eastern Indiana now, also includes more of east central and northeast Ohio. In the area in the darkest green, that's a level 1 of 5 risk. That just means that an isolated severe thunderstorm is possible. But again, the sunshine this afternoon is fuel. We have some gusty winds out of the southwest right now, starting to move into the area as well. That's all just kind of fueling and priming the atmosphere, if you will, before storms get going. Now, I do expect the wind direction to turn just a little bit through the rest of the afternoon to more of a south or southeasterly flow. And if we can get a southeasterly flow, we're going to watch out for a few brief tornadoes potentially this afternoon. But the main risk right now is damaging wind, and these are the probabilistic maps we're going to go into now. So this area in red's a 30% probability of seeing damaging wind gusts. The yellow area, that's a 15%, and the brown, that's a 5% probability. So the chances are relatively high for the month of January, but obviously we've been through these type of risk levels before, but again, it's wintertime. You may not be thinking severe weather. Again, the climatological risk for severe weather on January 19th is 0 from a climate perspective. We don't see this during the month of January, so this is rather rare and uncommon type of setup for us that we don't normally see across the Ohio Valley. The biggest change, however, and I'm going to zoom it in just a little bit so you can see this, this area that is kind of flashing and circling on your screen right now from the Storm Prediction Center, this is an area where winds may gust to hurricane force at times. We're talking 70 plus miles per hour. And this is a pretty interesting upgrade from the Storm Prediction Center. This is just telling us that in this zone, there is a chance that winds may gust over 74 miles per hour. And the text from the Storm Prediction Center is reading that scattered severe wind gusts of 60 to 80 miles per hour look most likely between 3 and 7 p.m. across western and into central Ohio. So that's kind of your initial peak timing, if you will. So I just want you to kind of be prepared for that. Now, obviously, if you're further off to the east towards I-77 and points east, you're looking at probably 7, 8, 9 o'clock for you. And the same can be said if you're down into West Virginia. If you're up in the far northern part of the state, northwestern portions of the state, your timing is going to be between about 1 and 6 in general. So I don't have a timing map for every single location, but I just kind of want you to be prepared to. It's kind of a general be weather aware type of statement for everybody across the region this afternoon. Just be ready in the event that severe thunderstorm warnings are issued. I do think we'll see more of those than we would tornado warnings this afternoon, just because the overall environment for tornado development, not great. We may see an embedded spin-up tornado along this line of thunderstorms. We are expecting a line. There could still be some discrete activity that kind of develops along this as well. So the 2% tornado risk, which is what we're showing now, continues from pretty much the Ohio-Indiana border all the way across the state, right along I-70 and areas north and south of there, up to almost the Ohio Turnpike, give or take a few miles, and then down to about US 50, again, give or take a few miles. So we're watching all this for you very closely here this afternoon. I'll go back to the overall risk levels again. All of our counties are essentially under some form of severe weather risk. The area in orange is kind of the bullseye where the most reports are potentially more likely across parts of western and into central Ohio and down into portions of the mid-Ohio Valley and into north central Ohio as well. And then obviously we have our significant wind parameter potential here. So that extends from about US 127 from Greenville down towards Oxford and near Middletown, all the way through I-75 towards US 23 from Upper Sandusky to Chillicothe, and then over to the east into almost the I-77 corridor. So it's kind of what we're watching here at this point in time. Again, the peak time for me, what we're watching is this 3 to 7 p.m. window that the Storm Prediction Center has also kind of put out there for us. So I'll drop that off in the chat here on a couple of places you can kind of see. Again, the overall wind field aloft is very, very favorable for damaging wind gusts today. This could be a day where we could have some power outages to potentially contend with as well. Again, I'm not trying to, spook you or, cause any kind of panic, but I want you to be prepared. And the way that we get prepared for these type of events, make sure that your devices are charged, go over that severe weather action plan, and just be ready to go in the event that a warning is issued. If all you do is you get prepared and then nothing happens, at least you're ready for the next time. If you don't get prepared and something happens, you're going to wish that you had the opportunity to prepare yourself for this potential of seeing severe weather. So as you can see there, low top thunderstorms are expected to develop over eastern Indiana and move rapidly east across Ohio this afternoon and early evening. Scattered severe gusts of 60 to 80 miles per hour are likely between about 3 and 7 p.m. from western into central Ohio. So that's where things stand on that side of things. Again, I'm not trying to cause any alarm or concern. I just want you to be ready. I'll turn on the radar and satellite again, and as you can see, a lot of sunshine across parts of central and southwestern Ohio into southeast Indiana. That's going to kind of be the primary target for today. We're starting to see some sun peek out towards Tiffin. Also towards Toledo, starting to see maybe a little bit of sun trying to peek through there as well. And also over towards Mansfield and Zanesville down to Athens and Ashland, starting to see some sunshine peeking out. And that will continue to be a trend. I expect more sun to continue to be with us here for the next several hours. It's only going to continue to kind of fuel the environment. Temperatures, again, as I mentioned, these are in the 50s right now in a lot of locations. And again, this is not the most common type of environment that we are used to seeing. across this time of the this time of the year, really. So temperatures 56 right now in Athens, 58 in Columbus, 56 in Zanesville, 50 in Toledo, 52 in Indianapolis. Looks like we got a 58 in Cincinnati. So dew points are in the upper 40s. Could see those get into the lower 50s this afternoon as well, as we continue to see just an overall a spring-ish like day across the region. So we're going to continue to monitor this risk for you through the rest of the afternoon and evening. Our team is here. We'll keep you posted the moment the warnings are issued. We'll do our best to come on right away. Just make sure you have multiple ways to receive watches, warnings, advisories, all of that information. You can also keep it tuned here, but again, have your weather radio ready to go. Know what you and your family are going to do. Obviously, as we get into dinner time tonight, this is going to be kind of an interesting time with rush hour and dinner time all kind of coming together here. Obviously, it's January 19th. We don't think severe weather. We want you to just kind of be prepared for that. So we'll be back with more updates here through the rest of the afternoon and evening. I appreciate you joining me. I'm forecaster Nick Dunn reporting. Have a great day, everybody, and please stay safe out there.